Welcome to Boggy Creek Life for another Mail Calls and Grail Hauls, episode 35, The Mothman. Just saw that the other day online. I was like, oh damn, gotta get it. Sculpted by Jeff YAGHER. Read that there's possibly a line of cryptids coming out from them. And we're going to check that out. But first off, if you're a returning viewer, thank you as always. If you're a new viewer, what I do is a little bit of model reviews and occasionally some paint tips and just show how I painted stuff. Quick Pumpkinhead update if you're following that at all. He's getting repainted. He was too brown in my opinion. And I've waited like 5 years to put this together, so I'm going to do it right. And he's getting a paler, grayish color as he should be. So if you're new, sorry, skipped around. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for me. Turn the notifications on if you want. If you don't, well, it's on you. It's America. But yeah, every subscribe helps. Anything else? Nope. This is kind of a quick video, so let's go ahead and crack open the Mothman and see what was going down at Point Pleasant. First off, let's go over the box art as always, because you've been following, you know I like a good box. Mothman, Pegasus, painted by Chris White. Very nicely done. It holds the old Aurora style, as it is sculpted in 1/8 scale. I believe to keep in tradition with the old Aurora models. Looks like it's even got a little lizard. Includes detailed displayed base. Like I said earlier, it's sculpted and designed by Jeff YAGHER. It's got lizards and, little stuff like the old Aurora had in it. Very nice box. One of the most famous and eerie cryptid legends in American folklore, the Mothman myth originated in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and has since become a fascinating part of paranormal lore. In 1966, several people in the small town of Point Pleasant began reporting sightings of a strange, winged creature with his glowing red eyes. The creature, which came to be known as the Mothman, was often described as being about 7 feet tall, with large bat-like wings and terrifying otherworldly presence. And, yeah, if you haven't heard of the Mothman, you've probably been living under a rock somewhere or something. So, but anyway, all right. Let me open this up and lay it out. We'll get into it. First off, we'll look at the directions because, once again, I like some good directions and stuff in there. Just lays out the same thing I just read to you. Pretty simple, straightforward directions. Arms and legs assembly. Nice visualization. Torso, head. Not a whole lot of words. Not really a bunch necessary. Wings, back. Base, attaching his face and all the extras. It's even got a little chrysalis there, or whatever you call pupa, cocoon. It reminds me of the rabbit from Donnie Darko. And there, setting his body up upon the base. Painting guide. To get a really nice finish, make sure you use quality hobby paints and brushes. Take good care of your brushes and clean all of them very well every time you use them and make them last longer. Before you paint, be sure to lay down some newspaper in the area you plan on working on. Always use extreme caution when using hobby tools. Refer to the box image and other sources for color ideas. I don't know if that's much of a painting guide, but I would say go to YouTube. YouTube tell you how to paint anything you want to paint. And obviously, that's for technique. You can get your color ideas from, I'm personally going to go off of eyewitness accounts when I build this. So you can build it as paint it as it's on the box, however you wish. Like I said, I'm going to go off with eyewitness accounts, but nice little direction set, so there we go. Alright, let's start looking at the pieces here. Alright, so I cut all the bags open. We're just going to pull out some pieces and look at them. I'm really not going to de-sprue anything. I did post a picture of this on the Boggy Creek Studio page, and someone commented that they were getting yeah, it's basically a poorly fit on some things. So I did try to go ahead and pre-fit some of these. Now you will have some good cleanup to get there. I mean, you got some pretty big, and this one just came in the bag like this. It wasn't attached to the sprue, but it has sprues attached to it. But I went ahead and even with that on there, you know, put it together. I mean, it's got a little bit of gap here and there, but I think once I cut the sprues off all the way, probably fit fairly decent, minimal seam work. And you know, it's a tree, so it's got linear lines in it, whether you don't want to do seam work at all or not. I haven't done too many Pegasus models, and I know that like they bought Mobius or whatever, but I don't even know if it's the same people. I don't think it is. They sold it, but so yeah, I mean, but I don't. And once again, it's got big sprues on it, so you know it's not going to fit together perfect with that on there. But you know, relatively decent, and I'm sure it would fit better if I cut the sprues off. Give it a good squeeze together, and you know, I personally don't like it that everything fits like a damn statue. That takes the fun out of building it for me. I like to work on it a little bit. So let's go ahead and pull out this base here and check it out real quick. That's the Mothman torso. You can see he's just got some nicely sculpted hair on him, like moth fuzz. Base, nice little solid piece of plastic. It's probably not put together well enough to fit in there exactly. Got the sprue over here. Fits relatively well. If I'd have had it, you know, put together and all the sprues cut off, it'd probably fit in there just perfect. Got a lily pad, a couple lily pads. It's supposed to be like some marsh water or something where the tree stump is sitting. Goes right in line with the old Aurora monsters. I did notice over here we have the wings. And these are some, sorry, my throat is dry. These are some hefty chunks of plastic. Very nicely textured. So however your painting style is, you can get in there and get the moth fuzz on the Mothman done. It looks like you got a pattern, moth pattern there, so you can get in and get that painted. He's got littler wings that go on the back side too, just like a moth. Really get over here into the tinier parts. There's his head, all his eyeballs and antennae and whatnot. That's the piece that goes on his back and between his wings at the top of his neck, I believe. There's a foot, some antennae, some hands. Nice old creepy hands. Kind of remind me of like long Yoda fingers. There's his eyeballs, all waiting to be glowing. The chrysalis, the other half of it. Something else that probably goes on his face is pinchers there, even though moths don't have pinchers. I don't know what you call them, mouth. The hell. Got a nice little lizard. Nod to Aurora. Creature of the Black Lagoon reminds me mostly. Cattails, because we're in a swamp here. And some branches that have come out of the tree stump. We'll shoot back here real quick. The legs and the arms. Probably not too much to really tail. Just a nice little texture. You want to paint your base and your eye brush, however you like to get down. The other side, and this it would be another. Oh, this would be another protrusion that comes up out of the water for the lizard to be on. And the leg, again, nicely textured. Everything's nicely textured. And sculpted by master sculptor Jeff YAGHER and designed. You would expect nothing less. And he also did a lot of the old Mobius models, plastic kits back in the day. But yeah, as a quick overview, like I said, doesn't have a lot of parts or anything, so there you go. If you want to put your money into it, I would say it'd probably be well worth it. I'm going to try to build this real quick as a little pumpkin head break, because I've already got a paint scheme picked out, and it's not a hard paint scheme at all. I'm, like I said, going off of eyewitness accounts. It's going to be harder to paint the base than it's going to be to paint the Mothman. So, all right, there it is. Pegasus models. If you're interested, let's get out of here. All right, so thanks for stopping by and checking out that cool little kit with me. I would suggest it for any cryptid enthusiast, and I think it would definitely go along with your Aurora collection. If you've got one built up there, I would highly suggest it. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's a nice little kit, and I love cryptids, man. I hope they come out with more. I just love the legends and the lore that goes behind them and all that. And, you know, I listen to a bunch of podcasts, and you can hear this stuff. All kinds of people talk about it. All kinds of people are interested in it. So I imagine this kit will probably be a pretty big success in the modeling world. But if you haven't already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. I got more stuff I need to make videos on. I just don't have a lot of time right now. Been working, living life, and some other things I have to do. And I'm going to dog sit for a friend of mine for a few days. So yeah, hopefully I can get this out before then. But that happens tomorrow. I don't know. That's why I tried to keep it as short as possible. But the other kits I have, are some aircraft, some cars, and don't worry, I will go in and pull out some figures that I have not even videoed yet out of the closet. That way we have figures, because I said they will never go away. That is my heart, the figures. Just sometimes you have to explore and expand your horizons, at least in my case. All right, well, I think we've covered all those bases there, so I hope you all try to stay cool this summer and keep hydrated. Be good to each other. Model on.